Hi, everyone. A very good evening to all of you. It's Sunday night in New York, 10:40 p.m. Welcome to my show, Chat with Pat. I'm the host, and for those of you who know me by now, I am a mom, a wife, a daughter, a sister, a neighbor, and a friend. And above all of that, I am a digital entrepreneur. For my friends on TikTok, you guys know me pretty well. A very good night to all of you. And thanks for tuning in. Tonight, I have a very interesting topic. And I hope it resonates with you. I know people, because I'm a business owner, I always share business stuff, but I'm trying to change it up a little and deal on the human, share on the human side of things, because we're human after all. And we go through so much stuff on a daily basis, and sometimes we need someone to talk to, or you need to hear something on the positive note. So welcome to my StreamYard friends on Facebook and to my TikTok friends live. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Again, my name is Patricia Peters. I am known as Cheryl. I am an immigrant from Guyana. I've been living in New York for 27 years now. I just had my 27th anniversary on the 19th of February. Yes, it has been that long already. And I came in this country when I was 27, and I spent 27 years. So do the math, guys. So tonight's topic is, you prayed for this life. So why are you numb now? Sometimes we pray for so many things, and when we have them, we become so numb. So why is it we're experiencing the things that we're experiencing? The feelings, the thoughts, the emotions, our motives, the aspects in our lives. Why do we feel the way we feel? When we pray for this life, we pray for these things. And why are we feeling numb? Numb now, right? So let me share with you. You know what? I want to start tonight with a question that might sting a little. The question is, of everything you have in your life right now, your house, your car, your job, your business, your partner, your spouse, your kids, your money, your freedom, how many of these things did you once beg God for? Put it in the chat, guys. If you're following me, type in the chat. Everything you prayed for, did you get all of those? And if you have them, type what you got. What did you pray for, and what did you have? You used to pray for a room of your own. I can testify to that. I slept with 4 boys until I got married. And then I ended up sleeping with another boy, if you get my drift, right? In the same room. I grew up with 4 brothers. You used to dream of a car, so you didn't have to walk or take the bus. When I came to New York, I used to take the bus. I used to take the train, and I was like, oh, Lord, I wish we have a car, right? Now I have a car. You used to fantasize about that one person noticing you, just a smile, just a hi, just a little attention from that one person. You used to get butterflies just seeing their name pop up on your phone. Well, I didn't have the opportunity of having phone when I was growing up. I did have butterflies. I did have crushes, but I didn't have that opportunity like how now people have phones. So easy to be courting someone else, right? And now you have the house, you have the car, you have the partner, you have even the business, the money, the lifestyle. So why does it feel like nothing? You have everything, but why are you still empty, lonely, desperate? Why does it feel like you're living a dormant, desolate life, emotionally empty, even though you're surrounded by everything you once wanted? Have you been experiencing that? Be honest with me. Are you guys experiencing that? Because I have. I'm human. I have everything. I sometimes feel all of these things. So if you're truly honest with me, put it in the chat box there. Type it in your chat box. Tonight, we're going to talk about that. why we fall in love and why we fall out of love. Have you ever heard that? People fall in love and they fall out, and that's normal and natural as can be. So, why we change, why the fire in us dies, and how to wake up again without necessarily changing your whole life. I'm trying to help you tonight, but by changing how you live inside it. Here's a question for you. Drop a yes in the comments if you can admit, honestly, if you can admit, you're currently living in at least one answered prayer. All the things you prayed for. See if you at least can answer this, right? Drop a yes if you're currently living in at least one answered prayer. Here's a question for you. What's one thing you have now that you used to dream about? A house. Put it in your chat what you once dreamed about that you have now. Well, I have so many, but I'll just put a house. Type it in the chat. I used to pray for a house and now I have it. I used to pray for a man in my life. Now I have it. A woman. I used to pray for kids. I have it. I used to pray for so many things. Now I have it. Put it in the chat if you used to do the same and what did you have? Did anyone put anything? What did you pray for and you have? Come on, guys. Say something. Type something. If you used to pray for that job, now you're complaining about Mondays. All right? You pray to have a job. When you have a job, you're complaining about Mondays. You used to pray for that partner. Now you're rolling your eyes when they walk in the room. Isn't that a shame? Isn't that crazy that we all do that? You used to pray for that apartment. Now you're scrolling Zillow like it's Instagram. You're looking for something else. Let me say this. You see what's happening? We are living in answered prayers, but we're walking around like we're cursed. Can you relate with that? Can you understand what I'm trying to say? We pray for blessings. We have the blessings, but still we're living like we're been blasphemed. We're cursed. We have no sense of living. So let's go deeper. Why we fall in love in the first place? I bet many of you, my friends on StreamYard and on TikTok, many of you have fallen in love. That's a must, I must say. Let's start with love, because love is usually where the story gets loud. When we first fall in love, a few things are happening. Novelty. You know what's novelty? The person is new. New energy, new attention, new stories, new body, new voice, new everything. Then we have projection. We don't just see them, we see our fantasy of them. We fill in the blanks with what we hope they are. You know that feeling? You're projecting who these people are in our lives. Validation, big one. They make us feel chosen, special, seen. You know, when you're in love, you feel all of these emotions. You feel on top of the world. You're in seventh heaven. It's not just I love them. It's I love who I am when I'm with them. Possibility. The future feels wide open. We imagine weddings, kids, trips, business, vacations, the whole life. That's the possibility, right? When you're in love. So when you're in love, you have novelty, you have projection, you have validation, you have possibilities, right? So that early love is not just love. It's chemistry plus fantasy plus hope plus validation all mixed together, right? Let me ask you this question. Do you remember that version of you? The one who would stay up late on the phone, fall asleep with the phone on your chest, wake up smiling at a text? Do you remember? Remember those feelings? I didn't have the opportunity to do that, but I know those feelings. Let me tell you this, that version of you was alive. You smile of every little conversation, every little word, every little emoji. Ooh, you're smiling all day. You're even working and you're smiling. You're doing the dishes and you're smiling. Oh, you were present. You were intentional. You were curious. You were trying. That was the version of you then. How we slowly fall out of love. Now, let's talk about the part we don't like to admit. Most people don't fall out of love overnight. That's a fact, right? We don't fall out of love overnight. We drift. We fall out of love in tiny, quiet ways. We stop being curious. We think we already know them. That's how he is. That's how she is. She always does that. He always does that. We stop being intentional. No more dates. And tell me if you're guilty of this. No more surprises. No more, how was your day? Really? We stop seeing them as gifts. We start seeing them as responsibility, a burden, a background noise. We stop seeing ourselves. We lose our own joy, our own hobbies, our own spark, then blame them for how empty we feel. Who is at fault? We are. We are the ones causing us to fall out of love. And then one day we look at the person we once would have crossed oceans for. You ever heard people who are in love say, "Oh, I love you so much, I can swim a dry river"? Well, I know people who are in love, they'll cross oceans, right? And we can't even cross the living room to sit beside them now. How cruel can love be, or us be, right? Let me ask you this. Be honest. Have you ever looked at someone you once loved deeply and thought, I don't even recognize you anymore? Or I don't even recognize us anymore? I ask that question all the time. I ask that question. Is this the same guy I fall in love with? Is this the guy I married 35 years ago? Who is this guy? Be honest with yourself. Nobody's responding because you guys feel it. Oh, people are going to watch your stuff and know your stuff. Who cares? We're having a conversation where we can grow, learn, educate ourselves, right? And it's natural. These are everyday topics. These are the things we live by, right? So let me say this. This is not just about romance. We do this with everything. The job we beg for, the house we cried over when we got the keys, the business we said was our dream, or the job that was our dream, the kids we prayed for, the beautiful kids, the girls and the boys we prayed to conceive. Some people don't have the opportunity to have kids. The body we once wished was healthier. We fall out of love with our own life. Why having everything can still feel empty? If you're feeling empty in your life right now, just put empty. Now, there's a part that really confuses people. How can I have everything I asked God for and still feel empty? That's the big question. Everything I prayed for, I have it all, and why am I still numb? Why am I still empty? Ask yourself that question. Maybe you're experiencing that. I chose this topic because people are going through these things on a daily basis, and they're wondering, why am I the way I am? Why am I not satisfied? Why am I not happy? Why am I living with this person? all these questions. So I chose this topic to talk about it so we can address the situation, why people fall in love and fall out of love, and how the way they feel, right? And I think it's important that we learn and know, because you can't live your life without questioning it, and you can't go on living without finding solutions to your problems. We confuse achievement with fulfillment. We think, when I get the house, I'll be happy. When I get married, I'll be complete. When I make X amount of money, I'll finally relax. But achievement is internal. Full Achievement is external. Things we achieve is external. Fulfillment is internal. That brings you the joy, the happiness, the glow, the laughter, the bubbly sensation. That's fulfillment, right? Achievement are just things we acquire. So you have the house and still feel homeless in your own heart. You have the partner and still feel lonely in your own bed. You have the money and still feel broke in your spirit. We stop growing once we arrive. We chase the goal like our life depends on it. Then once we get there, we stop doing the things that made us alive in the first place. We stop learning. We stop dreaming. We stop taking risk. We stop being grateful. Ask yourself these questions. Did you stop learning? Did you just shut off? Did you just went blank in your brains? Did you stop dreaming of the future, your family, beautiful vacations, lovely dinners together? Did you stop taking risk, like getting out of your comfort zone, doing something different, acquire something different, move to a different place? Change is hard and risk is difficult to take. But sometimes in life, we need to take risks that are necessary, right? We stop being grateful. We live our life like ungrateful people. We are not thankful to our loved ones, to our parents, to our children, to our spouses. We're not thankful to God for blessing us with so many blessings. We never learn how to live with blessings, only how to chase them. Have you realized that? We only love to grab and work and struggle and suffer and all these things. And when we have our blessings, we don't know how to live with them. Some of us are addicted to struggle, the chase, the drama. Peace feels boring to us, right? Peace feels boring. Sitting down in your chair, reading a book, sipping a cup of coffee, just enjoying a beautiful morning or a late evening in your quiet moment. That's peaceful. Some people think it's boring, right? Stability feels empty. When you're stable, your life is good, everything is in place, it's boring, it's empty. That's how we feel. Why do we feel the way we feel? So we unconsciously create chaos, distance, or dissatisfaction just to feel something. When you're too happy, you create drama in your house, or you find ways and means how to make a quarrel. Let me ask you this. Does peace ever feel too quiet for you? I like to be peaceful. Most of my days I spend by myself. I like my quiet moments. I like to do things by myself. I like to sit down and focus on my life. I like to listen to music. You know, life, if nothing is wrong, you start looking for what could be wrong if peace is too quiet for you. Let me say this. If that's you and you're not broken, you're just not used to safe. If you don't like that peace or if it's too quiet, then something is wrong. If that's you, you're not broken. You're just not used to safe. Being peaceful means you're safe. Why we change and why that's not a problem. People change on a daily basis. I get tired of things ever so often. Like if I remember one time I was watching tennis. Every single day my tennis channel would be on the television. My husband walking in, walking out. He was like um coming in hearing tennis balls. Knock, 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 right? And I don't know what the song tennis balls make. Every day he comes in, I'll be obsessed with tennis. I'll be watching tennis. I have the tennis channel 24/7. Like how you guys have Willow channel with all the sports. I have the tennis channel. Oh my God. With all the crickets and tennis. Yeah. And I was so obsessed. And when Rafa stopped playing, I was done. When Rafa and Roger was done, I was done. I still watch tennis now, but I'm not too fascinated or addicted to it. And we change, people change. So, like for my season right now, this winter season, I found myself listening to old Indian songs from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I find the melodies and the harmonious feelings it brings. It just gives me joy. So that is my thing for now. That's my season I'm going through, right? So people change. Another big question is, why do we change so much? Why can't we keep that same fire forever? Like when we first fall in love, when we first got married, when we're dating. I didn't have the opportunity of dating. I've never dated anyone. I've just married. So after marriage, I've been dating my husband every day. We change because we're human. Growth is natural. Seasons are natural. The problem is not that we change, the problem is that we don't update how we love as we change. Does it make sense? Think about it. Think about it. The way you love at 18 cannot be the same way you love at 38 or 55 in my case. The way you showed up in your first year of marriage cannot be the exact same year in your 15th year, or for me, will be 35 in April. The way you worked when you broke cannot be the same way you work when you're stable, right? When you're broke, you work three jobs, you kill yourself night and day, 10, 12 hours a day, weekends and everything. When you're stable and life is good, you don't do the very same thing, right? But what happens? We keep using old versions of ourselves in new seasons. We're trying to love grown people with teenage emotional skills. Not going to happen. We're trying to maintain a long term relationship with short term habits. Not going to work. We're trying to live a blessed life with a survival mindset. Not going to work, right? Let me ask you this question. If you're honest, are you still loving with an old version of you? Are you? Time Type old if you feel that, and type upgrade if you know it's time to grow. Type it in the conversation, the chat box. And many of you need an upgrade. I need an upgrade. Change is not the enemy, I must say. Change is not the enemy. Unconscious change is. When we don't notice we're changing, we don't communicate we're changing, and we don't adjust how we showed up. That's when love starts to feel like it's dying. Many of us, if you want to be real and honest with yourself, many of us who were married for 20, 30 years, 35, I've been married for our desires, our marriage, our love life, it seems so dead. right? The quiet debt of dedication, desire, and gratitude. These are three words that we need to come alive in our lives. Let's talk about three things that quietly die in many of our lives. We need to reincarnate these things: dedication, desire, and gratitude. What is dedication? At the beginning, we dedicated, we call the person, we check in every minute of the day, we plan things to do, places to go. We showed up with flowers and chocolates and gifts and all these nice things, right? That's dedication. Over time, we start to coast. We assume they'll always be there. We assume the job will always be there. We assume the opportunity will always be there. Did you ever heard I said before, or anyone, as a matter of fact, tell you when you assume what happens? ASSUME. You make an ass of you and me. That's when you assume things in your life. So stop assuming. It's not a good word. Dedication dies when we stop choosing what we already have. Desire. Desire is not just sexual, it's aliveness. It's that jovial, bubbly feeling inside of you. Desire dies when we stop being present. We don't care for each other anymore. We don't sleep together. We have our own rooms. We do our own things. We watch our own television. We stop being playful. Yeah, you feel like, oh, that's for teenagers or that's for young couples. We stop being curious. We don't find out how you're doing and how you're feeling, and we don't ask questions anymore. We're not curious about our partners, and we stop taking care of ourselves. Did you see how pretty I look tonight? I just took a shower from my head, guys, and it feels great, right? We need to take care of ourselves. And even though it's 10 o'clock in the night, I still did a little bit of makeup because I know I'm coming up. I'm coming here live. I have no lipstick on. I can't use lipstick, guys. Yeah, I can't do that. Sometimes we're not bored with them. We're bored with ourselves. Have you ever been bored with yourselves? Sometimes I get bored with myself. I was like, geez, who am I really? I'm so bored with myself. But we need to have gratitude. Gratitude dies when we compare our life to everyone else's around us. When you compare your life to others, you kill your gratitude there. We focus only on what's missing than what we already have. We're not grateful for what we have, but we're thinking about things that we don't have. And we're not grateful for what we have right in front of us: your spouse, your family, your house, your car. We forget who we used to be and what we used to pray for. And that's sad. That's very sad, right? Because sometimes we need to go back. We need to go back to the beginning of time. And I always do that. I cherish my childhood. I cherish my suffering days, my hardship days. And those are the days that reminds me who I am today. Here's a question for you. Write one thing in your life you've been taking for granted lately. One thing that you've been taking for granted: your partner, your health, your job, your kids, yourself. Write it down. Now, many of you will answer your partners and all that stuff. You don't have to shame yourself. You just have to wake up, eyes wide open. How to reignite love and aliveness where you are. Now, let's get practical, because I don't want this to just be a deep talk. I want it to be a turning point in my life and in your life as well. Here are some steps to start reigniting love and aliveness in our lives. your life, my life, right where you are tonight. Remember, number one, remember on purpose. Here's an exercise you can, homework for you. Think back to the younger you who wanted what you have now. Ask yourself, what did I dream about? What did I think this life would feel like? And what would they say if they saw me complaining about it? What would people say if they see you complaining about your life now? Sometimes we don't need a new life. You just need a new memory of who you used to be. The young girl in the 70s, the young man in the 70s, the 60s, the 40s, the whoever is watching me right now, what year, the 80s, the 90s. Number two, see the person, not the pattern. If you're in a relationship, try this. Look at your partner like it's the first time ever again. Look at your partner tonight with that first time look when you saw them the very first time. Portray that look. Practice it again. Look at your partner, but as if you're seeing them for the first time. Notice their face, their hands, their laughter, their effort, their jawline, right? Their smile. Ask them a question you haven't asked them in a long time. What's been heavy on your heart lately? Ask them that. What are you dreaming about now? And what do you need more of from me? Just ask them those three questions. We fall out of love when we stop seeing each other. So don't forget to look at your girlfriend, look at your boyfriend, look at your spouse, husband and wife. Choose one area to rededicate yourself. Let me ask you this. Here's a question. If you had to pick one area to rededicate yourself this week, what would it be? Your relationship? Your health? Your business? Your job? Your spiritual life? Your family? Type it in the chat and let's have a conversation. I am rededicating to my family. That's my example. You can say, I'm rededicating to my husband or my children or my job. Dedication is not a feeling. It's a decision you repeat. Rebuild desire by rebuilding yourself. Desires come back when you come back, when you are present. Start doing one of these that make you feel alive again. Something fun. Dancing, reading a book, take a walk in the snow, creating, do something. Maybe do something creative in the kitchen. Learning something new. Learn something new. Do something that will bring your desires back. Like when you used to go to date and you guys used to go to pottery classes and painting classes and this class and that class, do it again. Take care of your body because you have to keep the flames burning, right? If you let yourself go, your partner will go look somewhere else. Not just to look good, but to feel good, because confidence comes when you feel good about yourself, right? Give yourself permission to enjoy your own company again. I love myself. I enjoy my company every day. You can't bring passion to a relationship or a life you're not even present in. Your marriage is going to go dull, desolate, dormant, and dead because you're not there. You're not present. Maybe you're present in body, but emotionally you're drained and you're gone. right? So you don't want to have a dead relationship. You can't bring passion if the dead relationship is present. Practice daily gratitude like it's medicine. Those of you with blood pressure and diabetes, you take your medication every day, right? In the same way, you need to to have a gratitude attitude. Have an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful. That's important. Practice daily gratitude like it's your medicine. Let me challenge you for the next 7 days, every morning or every night, write down, listen, and listen carefully, three things you have now that you once prayed for. Three things, write them on a piece of paper. One person you're grateful for and why. One thing about yourself you're proud of. So these are things I want you to do, right? Three things that you have now that you once prayed for. One person you're grateful for and why. And one thing about yourself you're proud of. Gratitude doesn't erase problems, but it recalibrates your heart. So you stop living like everything is empty. A wake up call to the heart. Now, let me bring this home for you. I want to leave you with this. You are not wrong for wanting more. Growth is natural, expansion is beautiful, but don't let your desire for more make you blind to the miracle of now. Don't hate the face you once couldn't stop staring at. Don't despise the job that once saved you from struggle. Don't resent the house that once felt like paradise. Don't ignore the family you once would have given anything to build. And most of all, don't abandon yourself. You used to have a fire. You used to have a spark. You used to have a version of you that believed, that tried, that loved hard. That version of you is not dead. That that's just buried under routine, disappointment, comparison, and fatigue. Tonight, it's not just about blaming your partner, your job, your kids, or your life. Tonight is about saying, I will not live a dormant, desolate life while standing in the middle of everything I once prayed for. Let me tell you this question. If tonight woke something up in you, type awake in the comment, in the chat box. Here's a question. What's one small action you're going to take in the next 24 hours to love your life more intentionally? Let's affirm this. Whatever you write down, affirm it in your life. By saying thank you, I just want to say thank you for spending this time with me tonight. It's a 40 minutes message. I hope it is 40 minutes. Oh, it's almost 40 minutes, right on the spot. May you fall back in love. That's my heart's desire for all of you watching me tonight and who are going to watch it in a later at a replay. When your life with your people and with yourself, not because everything is perfect. May you fall back in love with your life, with your people, and with yourself, not because everything is perfect, but because you finally decide to be present for the blessings you already have. If you want more conversations like this, make sure you stay connected with me. Share this with someone who needs it, and don't just listen, live it. I have this live on Facebook, direct 40 minutes message on StreamYard. I have this live on TikTok. If you want to watch this a second time or share it with a friend, check my Facebook out at Patricia Peters and share it with someone. If this message resonates with you, it turned a stone in on your path, and you feel that we needed to address situations, then watch it, share it, and please like my stuff. Make a comment, leave a comment. If you have any questions, I will answer them for you. And share and like my stuff. Thank you all for listening. Have a good night. Stay blessed. And it's almost Monday already. And I know you guys have to go to work in the morning, but guess what? I don't have to because I am my own boss. My nights are turned into days and my days are turned into night. I just want to have a quick question. What did you guys do for the weekend? Did you guys do anything fun? Did you had a fun time with family, friends, relatives? Saturday was a very quiet day for me. I had a foot spa right in my house. I got a foot spa machine, and I had lavender, rosemary, apple cider vinegar. I have Epsom salt, ginger, all thrown in hot water. Put my feet for an hour in there. Oh my God, it feels so great. My husband made laumen yesterday, laumen and beef. So I didn't cook yesterday, but today I woke up early. I woke up 4 o'clock this morning. I made a whole big container of snapper curry with saijan. I made baigan choka, eggplant choka. I made rice. I made lamb and eggplant, fried lamb and eggplant. I made sweet potatoes. So I made a lot of food this morning. I woke up early and then I slept the whole day. I ate and I slept the whole day, take food over from mom, and then I slept. So I woke up like a few hours ago, took a shower from my head, and I decided to share this message with you guys tonight. So I hope you guys have a great day. Had a good weekend because I did, and I hope the rest of your working week be of productivity and good vibes. Blessings to all of you. Again, tune in. I was looking at my Facebook, and if I tell you, if I can go there right now, hold on. If I look at my dashboard, my Facebook dashboard, on my personal Facebook, the viewership for the past week, 546,251 views on my personal Facebook. On my business Facebook, I have on my business Facebook, go to my professional dashboard, and my viewership as of for the past 3 days, 610,538 viewers on my business page. So thank you all for viewing my pages. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thanks for reading on the stuff that I post, because every time I post something, I spend time to draft it out. I spend time to make sure it makes sense, to share it. And I think it brings values to people's lives. I share stuff about life, about business, about family, about love, about debt, about everything, religion, politics, whatever the topic is, whatever mood I'm in, I will make a post and post it out there. And people are watching. My chart is going up like this. It feels great. I have that algorithm. 2 weeks ago, I had 7,000 views because I wasn't feeling well and I didn't post stuff like regular on a daily basis, consistency. And people weren't watching, And at the minute I started posting stuff, the viewership kicks in and it feels so good. So I have on my Facebook, I have over 1 million people watching my stuff. So thank you to all of you out there. I appreciate you. I thank you. And Stay blessed. And if you look around and you find that there are no good human beings in the world, please be the first one to be kind, caring, and loving. With that being said, I'll close my StreamYard now. Massive thank you to my phenomenal guests and to every one of you who showed up, leaned in, and listened with heart. This wasn't just a conversation, it was a legacy movement. I hope something said today stirs your spirit, sparks your next move, and reminds you that your story matters. Let's keep building, keep rising, and keep leaving footprints that generations will follow. Until next time, stay rooted, stay radiant, and stay ready. Your host, Patricia